Hey everybody, this is Okie Twister 66. Today I am at Fort Thunder Harley Davidson in Moore, Oklahoma. They're going to have the HD Demo Truck here today, so let's go take a ride on a few of these bikes and see what we think, so stick around. So just like last year, it is very windy. Mid-April here in Oklahoma. It's a windy day, but at least the sun is shining and it's not too cold. It's actually pretty pleasant outside, so here are all the bikes. So let's go check in and see what we need to do to get signed up. It's always a lot of fun when the Harley Demo Truck comes into town. These guys run a really smooth event. They bring a good selection of bikes, and like I said, it's just a lot of fun. The check-in process is always pretty easy. All you really need is your license with your motorcycle endorsement, and of course you need your own helmet. Once you get checked in, you just go pick out a bike and get ready to ride. Today's objective is to check out some of these new Softails, see how they ride. Here's the Heritage, and we'll do a review on this one. Oh my God, look at that fat boy. More on this one later. Okay, I just signed up and gave him my license and everything, told him I had my gear, signed a bunch of waivers. A cool thing is they've got this new black card where you can register, and any other demo events anywhere in the country, you're signed up for life. So you just have to present this card, and that gets you rides on the demos. So pretty cool deal. And I also got this cool bag they handed to me. Okay, first bike I signed up for is the Heritage Classic 114. Of course, I've got a 2021 model, so I just wanted to see how this compares to the one I've got. So here we go. I'm on the 2023 Harley Davidson Heritage Classic 114. Before I get in too deep on this review of this Heritage, first I want to talk a little bit about group rides. These Harley Davidson demo rides are group rides, and this one I think there was probably about 8 or 10 riders. You may or may not know that I primarily ride solo. I've ridden some group rides, and I'm not a huge fan, but in this case, hey, it is what it is. One of the reasons I don't really care much for them, especially with these demo rides, is because you really don't know the experience level of a lot of these riders. It's really all over the map, and you'll see some of it in this video. So I want to apologize in advance for some of my frustrations. Enough about that, let's get on with the review. I ran across a couple of interesting factoids recently. Did you know that Harley Davidson makes up 23.4% of the new motorcycles sold in the United States? And their core demographic is ages 35 to 65. What the fuck? And this was a little higher than anticipated. Millennials make up 37% of the market share of new Harley Davidson motorcycles. In this review, we're going to talk a little bit about the new and different things for this model year. There's not really that much, but there are some subtle differences. Okay, we're off. And I'm not sure about this guy up in front of me, but I don't know how we got separated from the group. We'll talk some about the key features on the Heritage Classic. We'll talk some about the suspension and the comfort of the bike. That includes the seat and the windshield. We'll talk a little bit about some of the changes to the wheels, fuel economy, how the bike handles, and just some general comments and opinions. Some of the new things for 2023, now I'm comparing this to my 2021, so keep that in mind. Some of these changes may have come along in 2022. I'm not 100% sure, so like I said, keep that in mind. Now, the first thing I noticed about this 2023, the blacked out version, was it had black mirrors, whereas on my 2021, it was a blacked out version, but the mirrors were chrome. I think the black mirrors are a definite improvement over the chrome on the blacked out version.
Heritage 114. Feels a lot like my 2021. No surprises here.
Now in 2022, they introduced and offered a solid rim for those who maybe did not want the traditional laced spoke wheels. I'm not sure if they carried that over into 2023 or not. This particular bike that I'm riding has the traditional rims. I have heard and seen some comments that people did not like that solid wheel, so that's why I'm not sure if they just discontinued it or not. So anyway, you can check that out if you're interested in that. So again, I'm not sure if that's available in 2023 or not. Other than a few new colors for this year, and you can go look those up, this bike is practically the same. It's got the same classic styling. The fit and finish is really, really excellent, as it always is with Harley Davidson. Still got the same Milwaukee 8 114. It's a great engine, puts out about 92 horsepower. It's still just basically the same classic Harley Davidson Heritage Classic. I think the handlebars are about the same. It's got the same windshield, and you know, whether you love it or hate it, it does a pretty good job of keeping the wind off of you. It's got very little to no buffeting with me now. I'm 5'7", so I don't know how that would be for a taller rider. Which brings me to comfort. You know, I think that the Heritage Classic is arguably the most comfortable in the Softail lineup. The seat, while not perfect, is one of the more comfortable seats that I've ridden on the Softails. And I think the seat height is about 26 inches, so it makes it good for shorter people like me with shorter legs to still get a flat foot. I'm not a huge fan of the studs, but I like the black ones better than the chrome ones they used to have on the Heritage. And of course it has the adjustable mono shock in the back. Some of the other models have a really cool adjustment knob that's on the exterior of the bike, whereas on the Heritage, you have to pull the seat in order to make the adjustments on the shock. And one of the things I really love about the Heritage and some of the other Harleys that are equipped with it, I really love the forward controls with the boards. When I've ridden other bikes that just have pegs, it just feels weird to me. Now, I'm sure they're great for those who traditionally ride with pegs, but my bikes have all had boards. Well, not all of them, but the ones I've ridden the most. Of course, the Heritage comes stock with cruise control and ABS. And let me tell you, I've really come to enjoy my cruise control. Neither my Indian Scout nor the Honda Rebel that I had, neither one of those had cruise control. And when I got it on my Heritage, man, I really dig the cruise control.
I wish this guy on my right front here would pick up the pace. Not supposed to pass, so according to the rules.
The speedometer is basically unchanged from what I could tell. Of course, it's got the tachometer, 2 trip meters, overall mileage. It's got a clock. It's got a fuel gauge, tells you how much gas is in your tank. It also has a fuel range, tells you how many miles till empty. So it basically has everything that I need, but it doesn't have a lot of bells and whistles.
So the Heritage 114, man, I really love this bike. Very, very comfortable. I went to the Indian demo days last week. Rode the Chiefs. Pretty nice. They've got a Super Chief Limited that compares with this Heritage Classic, but to be honest with you, I believe that the Heritage Classic is a superior machine. It just feels more, what's the word, substantial, I guess would be an appropriate word. But anyway, so yeah, I really love the Heritage Classic. It's got a really smooth ride. It's not too heavy. It's easy to manage. Just really enjoy it. Every time I get out on mine, I have a really enjoyable ride. This looks to be the same route we took last year, or at least similar anyway. Very windy. Very, very windy today. Okay, so my brother, he picked up the pace a little bit, just in time for the red light.
These bikes have a 5-gallon tank, and I've been getting, high 40s miles per gallon, sometimes into the low 50s. So I can go an easy 200 miles without having to worry about getting fuel. And the range is actually a little better than that.
Boy, I really love the way this bike rides. If I didn't love the one I already have, I may buy a new one, but I really love my 2021. Well, overall impression on this bike, love it. Absolutely love the Harley Davidson Heritage 114. Would I buy it if I didn't already have one? Heck yeah. Really great bike. So let's head back and see what's next on the list that I might be able to ride.
And this is when things got really, really interesting. The next bike I rode was this fat boy. I was all set to do a good review on it, but as you can see here, I turned the camera off instead of on. I really regret that mistake because when I test rode this fat boy, it was pivotal in what I'm riding today. A few short weeks later, I purchased this. It's the 120th anniversary Fat Boy. You can check out some of the videos here, and I'll put links down in the description. I really want to thank Harley Davidson and Fort Thunder Harley Davidson for putting on this event. Man, it was a lot of fun. I really, really enjoyed myself. The crew was fantastic. They put on an excellent event, very organized, very professionally, very well done. So thanks again, Fort Thunder and Harley Davidson. Hey, I hope you liked this video. If so, give me a thumbs up, hit me with some comments, and hit that subscribe button. This is Okie Twister 66 signing off. Until next time, have fun, ride safe, 2 wheels down.